Good morning and welcome to another episode of Daybreak. I'm your host, Veronica Buccilli.
And I'm your host, Trevor Sheets. Today on Daybreak, we'll be updating you with the latest tech news.
Informing you on the ups and downs in sports.
And what's happening all around the world.
All that and more. Daybreak starts now. All right, Trevor, well, the weather's supposed to get much colder and a lot wetter here over the next couple days, and I'm not really excited about it.
I mean, we're near the end of November. There's going to be some rain. I saw the chance of snow over the weekend. Thankfully, we didn't get too much here, but I know up in the mountains it was much bigger of an issue. Yeah. But Liz, what do we have to expect for this Thanksgiving week?
All right. So on Monday, as you can see, it's going to be rainy and 42. But it does get a little warmer for some reason. I'm not really sure why. It's about 71. For Thanksgiving, it will be a balmy 50 degrees, and for the rest of the weekend, it will be 47, 46, and 51.
Thank you, Liz. So that's not too bad. Not as bad as I thought. But
Yeah, I mean, it's Thanksgiving time. It's going to be wet. I'm just hoping the people going out playing football on Thanksgiving Day, which is, I know, a time-honored tradition, and don't get too cold, don't get too wet. It's a fun time of year.
Yes, and hopefully they don't get hurt either.
Yeah. But speaking of football, let's see what's happening in the world of sports with Danny's Marrero. Danny's?
Thanks, Trevor, and hello, everyone. I'm going to run right into things. So after Point Park University's men and women cross-country teams competed in the River State Conference meet on top of the Bechtel Summit Reserve in West Virginia, junior Katie Guarnacia and sophomore Anna Shields will be Point Park's only representatives in the 37th annual NAIA Women's Cross Country National Championship race, which is being held in the North Farm Cross Country Courts in Elsa, Illinois this Saturday. The Bechtel Summer Reserve course was by far the toughest course the Pioneers ran in all year, as the partially wet course, sharp turns, and not to mention the 3,000 feet of elevation proved to be too much for all the teams participating, as about 10 athletes became unconscious and many more suffered injuries. But Guarnacia with a season best of 19 minutes and 19 seconds, and Shields with a season best of 19 minutes and 39 seconds in a cross-country 5K, they're looking to be top competition in the field consisting of 36 teams and 88 individuals. However, cross-country is a sport where rankings and season bests don't really matter in the postseason, as it comes down to each specific race. So these ladies will have to give it their all on race day, and we wish them the best of luck. Now moving on to the Steelers versus the Cowboys. The game took place at the Steelers' home stadium, Heinz Field, right here in Pittsburgh, but the home crowd wasn't enough to give the Steelers the victory, as they fell to the Dallas Cowboys 35-30 in Week 10 of the 2016 NFL season, making this the Cowboys' 8th straight win. Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys ran for 114 yards and did 2 touchdowns, which were both in the final 2 minutes of the game, which was the key component of the overall results. Now the Cowboys raised their number of victories during the season, giving them a record of 8-1, and unfortunately the Steelers at a loss, making the record for the season 4-5. And now from football field to the hockey rink, the Tampa Bay Lightning team announced on Wednesday that Steven Stamkos will be out indefinitely due to a meniscus tear. Quote, Tampa Bay Lightning captain Steve Stamkos, suffered a lateral meniscus tear in his right knee during the team's game against the Detroit Red Wings Tuesday night and will remain out of the lineup indefinitely, end quote, said Lightning General Manager Steve Yzerman. Quote, we are in the process of evaluating options for repair and rehabilitation and will release more information as it becomes available, end quote. That's all I have for you about sports. Now let's toss it back to Trevor and Veronica at the couch for campus news.
Thanks, Danny. Point Park's new pre-med club is doing its part to help the hungry this holiday season. The club held a medical drama trivia night on November 9th to promote its food drive for the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. The pre-med club will continue to hold events throughout the holiday season, like a Secret Santa party and a charity ball.
The much-loved Hug a Hound event was on campus on Tuesday, giving Point Park students the opportunity to relieve some stress and hug some adorable pups. The Love Fest, usually held in Lawrence Hall, and allows allow students to interact with certified therapy dogs. And if you missed it, don't worry. The hounds usually come to campus multiple times throughout the semester.
Point Park dance majors are producing and performing a show featuring various choreographers' works at the George Roland White Performance Studio this weekend. Dance students had to audition for the show, and it will run through Saturday. Visit PittsburghPlayhouse.com for more information and to purchase tickets. All right, and that's it for campus news. Coming up after the break, we will have news around town and around the world.
We are a social people. We share our inspiration, wisdom, creations, and memories. We share what makes us laugh and what angers us. Built on the notion of a free flow of ideas, our country thrives on the freedom of speech. Without it, who would watch over our governing powers? And how would we share our history to make a difference for the future? It's this freedom to share that gives us a reason to listen.
All right, guys, any questions on scripts? We good to go?
Yep, right. Should be good.
All right, great. All right, yeah, camera 3 set up right there. Camera 2. All right. Use the ball when you're moving this around, but set up for the 2 shot just right there. Weather, how we doing?
It gon' rain.
Perfect.
Welcome back to Daybreak. I'm Sarah Mackin with the real host, Adrian Billon, with some snuggle up.
All right, prompter. We got everything in. We're good to go? Key Pro, everything loaded. We're good to go? All right. Tyler, any questions?
That shot looks fine.
3, 2, 1. Bring up camera 2. Open mics. Cue talent.
Good morning and welcome to Daybreak. I'm Blaine King.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Aubrey Henkin.
And I'm Aaron Myler.
And this is Entertainment on Point.
Beyonce has surprised us again.
Kanye West just tweeted,
"This was a huge weekend at the box office."
A fan favorite TV show just got canceled.
Guess what band is coming to the city?
And the award went to...
But did you see her engagement ring?
Her outfit was awful.
I would fire her stylist.
Tune in for all of your Hollywood gossip and pop culture news.
Entertainment on Point.
Get into the point of pop culture.
Welcome back to Daybreak, and here's your city news. Last week, the police officer killed in the tragic Canonsburg shooting was finally laid to rest. The funeral for Officer Scott Basham was held last Wednesday at the Church of the Covenant in Washington, PA. Basham was shot and killed last Thursday when responding to a domestic violence call in nearby Canonsburg. Hundreds of people lined the streets of Washington to see the funeral procession from the church to the National Cemetery of the Alleghenies in Cecil Township. The service lasted over an hour and included eulogies from his wife Ashley Basham as well as fellow officer Matthew Tharp. According to Pennsylvania State Police, almost 800 officers planned on attending the funeral or processional.
it will now be easier to buy alcohol at local beer distributors as well as sporting events. Governor Tom Wolf signed HB 1196 on Tuesday to make it easier to purchase six-packs of beer at distributors as part of the, quote, free the six-pack, end quote, movement. In addition to buying six-packs, consumers are now able to purchase alcohol earlier on Sundays, and beer and liquor can now be sold in shatterproof containers before, during, and after athletic events outside of club seating or restaurant areas. This is similar to the rules in place for alcohol consumption at concert and other performance venues. Wolf was quoted saying, "I'm proud today to sign this bill supported by Republicans and Democrats alike to ensure that the Commonwealth is more inviting for customers and businesses," end quote.
The Moe's Southwest Grill located in Market Square may soon be getting a facelift. Mike Geiger, who is a partner in Double Down Holdings and Big Plan Group and the franchisee for Moe's, is currently in talks with the city of Pittsburgh to redevelop the space that includes the current Moe's as well as neighboring Cherry's Diner. While no details were released at this time, Geiger did confirm that part of the redevelopment would include an expansion of the current Moe's location. Cherry's Diner has been a part of Forbes Avenue corridor for years, but only leases the building they are located in. Geiger would not indicate if Cherry's would survive in his current plan.
And local legend in the high school football world has decided to call it a career. George Novak, head coach of the Woodland Hills High School football team, announced he will retire. Novak coached Woodland Hills for the last 30 years, included in that 6 WPIAL championships, state runner-up twice and coached players such as Patriots tight end Rob Gronkowski and future Hall of Famer Jason Taylor. Novak will retire with over 300 wins as a coach. His last game was in the WPIAL playoff semifinals when they lost to West Allegheny. Now I'll take a look at what's going on across the country. Let's go over to Josh Croup at the Daybreak News Desk.
Thanks, Veronica. We begin in Minnesota. Prosecutors have filed charges against the police officer who fatally shot Philando Castile. St. Anthony police officer Geronimo Yanez will make his first appearance in court last Friday. Yanez shot and killed Castile during a traffic stop in July. He was charged with second-degree manslaughter and 2 felony counts of dangerous discharge of a firearm. The incident spread on social media. Castile's fiancée, Diamond Reynolds, live-streamed the aftermath of the shooting on Facebook. Yanez said in the criminal complaint that he lost sight of Castile's hand after he informed the officer that he had a firearm. Authorities are racing to put out dozens of wildfires in the southeast. Nearly 4,000 firefighters are battling the more than 80,000 acres across the region. At least 7 people across the state of Tennessee have been arrested on suspicion of starting forest fires in the past 20 days. More cases are under investigation in Alabama and Kentucky as well. One of the country's largest is in northern Georgia. More than 23,000 acres have gone down there. Fires have also grown in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, forcing the evacuations of dozens of homes. 6 people were arrested in Greece last week during an anti-capitalism protest in Athens. The problems came amid President Obama's visit to Athens on his final presidential international tour. Police say anarchists started throwing rocks and Molotov cocktails following the protest. About 5,000 people attended the protest. There was a group of about 150 anarchists. 3 police officers suffered minor injuries. And finally, in some lighter news, scientists have discovered the roundest object ever spotted in the universe. A distant star about 5,000 light years from Earth gets the honor. It's not a perfect sphere, but Kepler 11145123 is only about 4 miles bigger at the equator than any of its other poles. Its diameter is 2 million miles, twice the size of the sun. That's everything you need to know. Now let's go back to our 2 stars over there at the couch, Veronica and Trevor.
Thanks, Josh. Stay with us to find out why people are dying on Facebook.
And who's making noise in the entertainment world?
All this here on Daybreak.
Here on the Pioneer Sideline, we talk a lot about sports in the studio, but it's beforehand when the conversation is actually interesting.
I hope I have enough powder on. I don't want to be too shiny on camera.
No, Trevor, I think it looks good every week you pull it off.
Ah, thanks, Phil. Man, your hair looks great tonight, by the way.
You sure? Yeah, I mean, I got a new haircut, but it looks alright. Perfect.
Hey guys, does this make me look fat?
No.
Oh, you look great.
You look good.
Yeah, Kyle. Thanks. I was really
Sports! Yeah!
Ever wanted to be behind the mic and have the world listening to your show on campus? Well, it's just as simple as joining WPPJ, Point Park's student-run radio station, located on the 2nd floor of Lawrence Hall, right next to the dining services. Listeners can tune in using Point Park's website or through the TuneIn app by searching WPPJ. WPPJ welcomes any new DJs that want to get involved, so be heard. Do you have what it takes?
Well, no one showed up to the show tonight. Follow my lead. In 3, 2, take 2, open mics, Q Talent. Good evening and welcome to UView News. I'm Josh Croup. We begin with breaking news out of West Penn Hall. Ready, 3, take lower third. Traffic is backed up in the West Penn elevator line after elevator 1 broke down on the 7th floor. Lose lower third. Maintenance advises students to take the stairs to avoid delays. Ready, 2, take 2. In other news, no, you know what? I didn't sign up for this. We need crew. Join UView. Take alien hand transition.
Welcome to Daybreak, and I'm Delaney, and here's your tech news. If you're watching this, you're probably not dead, but Facebook might think you are. Facebook notified some users on Friday that they are deceased, according to widespread reports across social media. Many people are seeing a banner on certain profiles that reads, "We hope people who love, insert name here, will find comfort in the things others share to remember and celebrate his life." Not all profiles were affected. I'm still alive, according to my Pulse and Facebook, but at one point, even Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg was declared dead by his own social network. It's unclear what caused the mass obituaries, but it was likely a bug in Facebook's system. Every social website has harassment. It's difficult to combat and even define. As hate speech and online bullying come to a head, the tech industry is working on solutions while keeping free speech alive. At Fusion's Real Future Fair in Oakland on Tuesday, technologists discussed how to protect people online and what sorts of constraints, technological and sociological, handicap safety and privacy. A big flaw with engineers in particular is relying too much on data and thinking that code can be impartial, said Danielle Leong, an application engineer on the community and safety team at GitHub. That's it for your tech news. Let's go to Wyatt on entertainment. Wyatt?
Britney Spears surprised fans this week with a remix to her latest single, Slumber Party. Spears teamed up with R&B vocalist Tinashe to remix the track off her 9th studio album, Glory, released earlier this year. The duo teased that the music video, directed by Colin Tilley, who's directed Nicki Minaj's Anaconda, would be inspired by the 1999 Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman film Eyes Wide Shut. We will keep our eyes peeled for that video to drop here at Daybreak. People magazine announced their annual Sexiest Man Alive issue, naming none other than Dwayne The Rock Johnson as the top recipient. Johnson revealed, quote, "Wow, we've pretty much reached the pinnacle. I'm not quite too sure where we go from here. I've done it all. This is it." End quote. The star made his rounds as the Sexiest Man Alive to promote his latest film, Moana, the newest animated Disney musical. In addition to his title from People Mag, Johnson was also named the highest paid actor in the world by Forbes magazine, beating out 3-time winner Robert Downey Jr. Looks like 2016 has been pretty kind to The Rock. From supermodels and makeup gurus to authors, yep, Kendall and Kylie Jenner have released their second novel this past week. The girls collaborated on the Lex and Livia series with author Maya Sloan to create a science fiction dystopian novel for their fans. Both Kendall and Kylie have confirmed that each of the sisters in the novel is based on their own personalities and interests. Kendall stopped by Ellen recently to promote the book. She also discussed her decision to leave Twitter and Instagram for a short detox. Fans were up in arms when the star left social media without explanation, but she reassures that she will be back soon. And lastly, the Chainsmokers and Halsey's electronic smash, Closer, has finally been dethroned from the top spot on the Billboard Hot 100 chart after a reign of 12 weeks. Hip-hop duo Ray Shremmerd's viral hit Black Beatles jumped from number 9 to 1, marking the biggest leap to number 1 since Taylor Swift's Bad Blood in 2015. The song was made famous by the Mannequin Challenge circling the web, which has been completed by stars like Beyoncé, Bon Jovi, and the cast of SNL. Congrats, boys. That's all I have for you this week. Let's go back to the dynamic Daybreak duo, Trevor and Veronica.
Thanks, Wyatt. After the break, we play against each other in yet another game, but with a Thanksgiving twist.
See if I beat the stuffing out of Trevor after the break.
It's been the most unpredictable election in U.S. history.
And on November 8th, we'll bring you the historic conclusion.
Donald Trump,
Hillary Clinton,
Pat Toomey,
Katie McGinty.
America is writing the next chapter in its history book, and UView is your only source for election night coverage. Election Night 2016, live from the Center for Media Innovation, Tuesday, November 8th at 8 p.m., only on UView.
Every human being has a purpose, has a dream to have their voices heard, no matter where they come from, no matter where they go. As an American, it is their right to have freedom of speech. I have a dream that one day this message will speak louder than words, that even the quietest voice will not go unnoticed. That is my dream. What is yours? For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.
Welcome back to Daybreak, and today we play a brand new original game. It's called Anatoturkey. I will say a body part belonging to the turkey anatomy, and you two must point to where you think it is. So let's begin. We're going to start with the first part of the turkey. Look at your maps. They both have a nice, lovely picture of the turkey. The first word is tail fan. Where is the tail fan on the turkey? His name is Tom this year.
Just this year?
Just this year.
Oh, it's original.
Tom Turkey. Where is his tail fan, okay? Okay, that is Veronica's selection. Trevor?
Well, I'm assuming she pointed towards the tail. So I'm gonna...
You would guess that.
I would guess that. So I'm gonna go like here.
Oh, I'm sorry, Trevor. That's incorrect.
Yeah, that's okay.
Trevor, is he throwing the game? Veronica, I don't know what your thoughts are on this already, but you're up ahead 1-0 right now, and we're going to keep score here. So that is number one. We started things off easy. Trevor, good luck the rest of the way. Our second word, the spur. Where is the spur on the turkey?
The what?
The spur. S-P-U-R. Where is the spur? Commonly heard on the cowboy boot. The Spur, do we have a pick?
So the San Antonio Spurs.
The San Antonio Spurs, a basketball team. Okay, Veronica is going to show me something down there.
I'm going to assume it's kind of the tail end of the foot.
Yeah, are you pointing to something on the picture?
Me? Yeah.
There we go. Okay, yes, they're both right. So we're going to give you both a point there, the Spur. So Veronica's now up to 2. Trevor, you're down 2-1 here. Let's pick it up. So we go to the third word. The third word is the tassel. Also known as the beard. Where is the tassel of this turkey?
You said beard and not beer, correct?
Beard, yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
I know it's late in the program.
Maybe on other topics.
So let's find the tassel of the turkey. We're going to graduate this game. Turn the tassel from. Okay.
You're pointing to everywhere.
So do you have no guess?
I'm going to go on a limb.
Okay, so that's her selection. A good guess. And Trevor?
Well, yeah, screw it. I'll actually point to where I think it is.
That is actually incorrect. That is not the tassel.
Sure. Okay.
So nobody gets a point there. The tassel is actually the thing hanging down at the bottom of the turkey there. We'll come back to that one, though, later.
Wait,
that might be a new
just
guess.
one clarification. The bottom of the turkey where?
Dangling right here. This is the tassel. Okay. So we move to the next word of the turkey game. This is Anatoturkey on Daybreak if you're just tuning in. We want to find the wattle. Where is the wattle on the turkey? The wattle. As in, like, wattle baby, wattle baby. Where is the wattle?
Yep, that was said.
Veronica has a good guess.
If the first
Trevor.
don't succeed, try again.
Okay, Trevor going back to the thing hanging off of his face, and that is not the wattle. Veronica's a little closer. Neither of you were correct, but I'm going to give the point to Veronica because you were like pretty much right there. That is where the wattle is. It's like the thing that, oh, like that thing. That's what I imagine the wattle, if it made a sound. Oh, our next word is number 5. It is called the caruncles. It's a combination of the word car and uncles. The caruncles. Where are they? Also commonly referred as the acne of the turkey. And when I say commonly, I mean back in the control room.
I'm not comfortable pointing to where I think the caruncles are, so I'm going to take a pass on this one.
So Trevor forfeiting the point. Veronica up 3-0, and she is pointing to the caruncles. So Veronica taking a commanding 4-1 lead with the caruncles. I know, Trevor, I can feel it over here. So we move to the 6th word. This is the shank. Not available for purchase on the free market. Where is the shank? Now, this is going to be a tough one. Veronica, a nice guess, and Trevor.
I'm going to go in this general vicinity.
Well, thank you both for your false guesses. So your shank is actually the thing right above the spur that we talked about earlier. It's connected. It's kind of like the shin of the turkey. I hear they're very top-heavy. If you kick it in the shin, it might fall down. So we'll move on to our 7th and final one. Trevor, you're going to need a miracle to come back from this. The final word is the snood. Where is the snood of the turkey? Okay, so Veronica coming up with the, I'm guessing are you on the face, the eye, the little, the nose thing, like the long thing hanging off its face?
Yeah, like this area.
This is the snood.
Strip. I'll just point to this one again.
Okay, well, Trevor, for the whole game you were pointing to the snood, which was actually the nose-looking thing on the side of the turkey here, so you are incorrect. Okay. Veronica, congratulations. You have won our first annual Annata Turkey game here on Daybreak by the final score of 5-1, annihilating Trevor Sheets. I know you're heartbroken, and
I'm so upset I can barely put it in
words. 5 seconds, your post-game thoughts here.
Veronica was the better player. My heart just wasn't it. I didn't get to do the homework I needed to. So congratulations to the victor.
There we have it.
All right, well, that's it for Daybreak. So make sure to join us again next week for the news you need. I'm Trevor Sheets.
And I'm Veronica Buccelli here on Daybreak, hoping your news is as good as ours.
Oh, our news is phenomenal. We just played a game with turkey body parts, and that was great. We're pretending to talk. We shouldn't be pretending to talk. Yeah, so that was wonderful.